welcome back to another video. Now you're probably wondering, my prior thumbnail was of a Brooklyn Grey 220i G42 BMW, and you click on this one and now is of a black G42 220i. So let me explain. I've got rid of the Brooklyn Grey one. I had that for around 10 months, and I've now chopped it in for a black Sapphire G42 220i. So it's the exact same spec. There's nothing different at all other than the color and the number plate. Now, I've had this platform for well over a year. So I've had a few people asking, can I talk and touch base how the car is and what are my thoughts on it, XYZ. So I thought, why not make a video now that I've had the car for well over a year and I can make a great judgment of what I think of this car. So this is going to be from my perspective, guys, and this is just me kind of nitpicking because I kind of have to. Nothing in life is perfect. So we're going to go with the bad first, because unfortunately everyone always wants to hear the bad before the good. You have the veggies before the dessert. So let's go with the bad. So I'm going to start off with, I personally think this car is just a little bit too slow for my liking. Now, this car definitely looks nice, but it just doesn't have the speed to back it. There's that saying, you walk the walk, but you don't talk the talk. That's unfortunately, from my perspective, this. Looks great, not fast. 184 horsepower. I mean, I was 19 years old and I had a faster car, Back then, I was driving a Honda Civic Type R. VTEC everywhere. In today's society, we should definitely have a lot more power, especially in such a good-looking car like this. Dislike number 2. Now, again, throw in the comments if you've suffered the same issue, those that are a G42 owner and you're just watching this video. So, my Brooklyn Grey one, I didn't have this issue. Maybe because I had the car during the summer, so it didn't rain as much, if hardly, in the ownership of me having the Brooklyn Grey one. So I don't know if it would have had the same problem, or is it just my particular one now, the black one that I've got. So I had water ingress in my offside headlamp, which basically steams from the inside, water got in, and it looked a bit embarrassing, if I'm honest. Brand new car, good looking car, expensive car, and I've got basically a foggy eye. So luckily, through BMW, it went in through warranty, went through a test. It failed the test because BMW have to go through a procedure, and they will test the headlamp somehow, maybe like try and dry it up or something, and mine failed, so they replaced it. So I've got a brand new headlight, good as new. So if you have the same issue, let me know in the comments below, because I did. Only 1 month of having this car, because I've had it for 3 months now. Next dislike, I think the ambient lighting in this car could be a bit better. It's not very bright, and it doesn't give me many colorway. Like, I feel like my M135i F40 that I had more options in colors, and it was a lot more prominent. It was a lot more brighter. It had a pattern. This one, yeah, it's not bright enough even when it's dark. So I think that's just kind of another dislike that I have of this car. The next dislike is kind of hit and miss, bittersweet, because it's also one of the pros of this car. But I've got the latest iDrive system, which is iDrive 8, and it's a bit annoying because it doesn't always work sometimes. Like, tell me again in the comments if you're facing the same issue, those that have iDrive 8. It connects to my Apple CarPlay because I have iPhone, which is great when it works, and sometimes it don't. So when it doesn't, I need to pull over, turn the car off, open the door, close the door, lock the car as if I've got out of the car, and then reverse everything and get back, start the car again, and then it will work. So I don't understand why it does that. I don't know if it's particularly just my car. And those, before you start writing in the comments, have I updated my iDrive? Yes, through the BMW app. It's very frequent, actually. Like, it's like an iPhone. Constantly I'm doing updates. And those that don't have the BMW app, make sure you download it. It's pretty cool. It's got great features on it as well. I think that's pretty much it in regards to dislikes, because overall I love this car. So I think my pros, the likes, the dessert, it's a good looking car, and for those that disagree, might need to check out Specsavers, because I think every angle of this car is good looking, especially in black. Now that I've had it in 2 different colours, I think black was a better colour than my Brooklyn Grey one. Brooklyn Grey was a great summer car, but in winter it just looked dull. I didn't like the colour during like the dusky days, gloomy days that we've had. Black, I think during the sun, the winter, it looks good, especially right now during the winter time, because I've got this car in December. I literally feel like Batman on the road. It's like, I love the murdered look. It's all black, everything. So I love it. I personally think this is my favourite colour. And as you guys can tell, Yash likes to wear black. So I think it suits me more. I think overall, it's really cheap to run. Like, I think personally, the MPG is pretty good. Considering me, I work in London, so I sit in so much traffic. And I'm averaging around 22 to 26 MPG. Depends on how bad the traffic is. My traffic is mainly a lot of stop-start. So that's why I'm not probably getting the best MPG. But that being said, through the My BMW app, again, it's a new feature, which is pretty cool. It now tells you, like, journey logs. So I now can see how much miles, how many times I've been in the car, X, Y, Z. So I average around 800 miles a month. And I spend in and around of 140 to 160 pounds a month, given if I'm putting E5 or E10. That's going to be the difference. So I think that's pretty good going, considering it's a 2-litre petrol turbo. It's heavy, it's a 1.6 ton car, and I sit in a lot of traffic. And, you know, I do like to drive in sport mode majority of the time. I do like the artificial sounds that this car gives. It sounds a bit beefy, and it's definitely got better response in regards to the acceleration when I've got it in sport mode. So I think that's pretty good. I just turned 30. As you guys know, the climate right now for car insurance is ridiculous. Again, throw it in the comments below how much you guys are paying, because my friends, my colleagues, you know, like they're almost crying because it's so expensive. But I got quite lucky. So I just turned 30. I'm the only person on the policy. I've got 9 years, no claims, which is the max basically. And I live outside of London, Hertfordshire area, and I pay £1,500, and that's my renewal. I literally got my renewal coming up, so I'm quoting my renewal. So I think that's pretty good going, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm happy overall with this car. Like, it's cheap to run, it's very good looking. It definitely snaps a lot of heads. People are turning their necks, breaking their necks, throwing the thumbs up at me, you know, smiling. They love this car. It's such a good looking car. And you know those memes, you know, when you see online, like, oh, you're not really a car guy, or you don't really love your car if you don't turn your head when you park up and walk away. I look at my car so much where people must be thinking, freaking, what's this guy looking at? Has he left the dog in the car or something? Like, I think it's such a good looking car, and I will miss this platform, because this will be the last time I potentially have this platform, because I've already ordered my new replacement of this car, which is coming in probably 3 to 6 months. So if you guys have any other questions, or you want to know anything else or see something else, make sure you throw it in the comments below. And if it's reasonable and I can do it, I'll make a video based on it. But overall, Yash is happy. I do like this car. I will miss this car. Had it been an M2 or M240i, best car. I love this car. I love the chassis. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I've got something interesting coming next. So make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribed if you haven't done so already, because the next video you guys are going to enjoy. And I think on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you lot. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.
So